Hello. Alicia here, and I'm just stopping by for a real quick check-in to report on my progress thus far. I am 7 weeks out from vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery, which I had on Wednesday, January 28th. I'm sorry, 29th. So today is Wednesday, March 19th. The last time that I checked in, 2 weeks ago, my weight was 316.4. Week 6, I was 314.1, and week 7, this morning I was 311. So that puts me at a loss since surgery of 27.1 and a total loss of 52. So while I would love for it to be more, I'm happy that I've hit the 50-pound mark, and I'm continuing to lose weight every week. So I'm good with that. Also, the last time I checked in, I kind of talked about where I was as far as my dependency on the scale. And so my big plan was to break that dependency and not be so reliant on it and let it dictate, or create this obsession that I had, because I was weighing myself, I felt like, too much. So I took my scale and I put it up, I put it in a whole nother room, and that lasted 3 days. And I couldn't take it anymore. And I had to pull out the scale and weigh. And since then I've been weighing every day. But I don't know, I feel a little bit differently. I think it was more stressful for me not to weigh than it was for me to weigh. And perhaps when I get further out, I won't feel the need to weigh as much, but I am back to weighing daily. But I think that I am looking at it a little bit differently, and I'm not stressing myself out over what's on the scale. I don't feel as obsessive about it. So goal number 1, I am amending, or I didn't quite meet. My second goal for March was to focus on my non-scale victories. I hadn't really been paying attention really to, I was so focused on the numbers on the scale that I wasn't really paying attention to the other things that were happening as a result of the weight loss. I mean, I don't have any, earth-shattering kind of revelations or amazing things didn't happen, but I have started to keep a log. So I'm just going to go over my NSVs. So I put on a shirt that I bought over 3 years ago that was too small when I bought it. I don't know if you guys are like this, but the way I am is, or have been in the past, has been I'll buy a shirt or buy clothes and try them on, and they're a little bit tight, and I always feel like, oh, I'll lose a little bit of weight to get into that, and then I never do. So this shirt I put on, and it fit great. The other thing is that I can see my collarbones when I shrug. I don't know, like that, right there. That's pretty good, right there. So couldn't see that before. So that's nice. I find that when I'm sitting in my chair at work, or somebody's in my office, I'm having a conversation, I am crossing my legs, which I didn't do that at all before. Also, the armrest on my chair in my office at work doesn't flex out when I sit in it. So, the armrest is like this, and then when you sit in the chair, it goes out like that. Now, I fit adequately in the chair, and so the armrest stays just like this. So, that's pretty good too. I can comfortably wear about 80% of the clothes in my closet. 2 months ago, I felt comfortable in less than half. So that's good. And then a coworker the other day told me that I looked amazing. And the reason why I feel like I have to say something about that is that, he didn't say, oh, you know, he didn't relate it to weight at all. He just said, you know, I just wanted to tell you that you just look really amazing. You look great. He wasn't trying to relate it to some way that I looked before or comparison or whatever. He recognized me in that moment, and I really appreciated that. So those are my non-scale victories. So I'm going to keep tracking those because I think it's important to, you know, really cherish the things that occur within my life that aren't related to the scale. So I'm sure that I'll continue to have some. My other goal that I had was for exercise. So the plan is that I'm going to start on-purpose exercise at least 3 times a week for a minimum of 30 minutes per session during the month of, at some point in the month of March. Well, guess what? Haven't done that yet. However, I was talking to another coworker who is a complete health nut, and he works out like crazy, and he eats incredibly well. And he was asking me how it was going, and I said, well, I'm not going to really join a gym. I have a treadmill. I have other stuff. I'm going to prove to myself that I can consistently do it, and then I'm going to maybe go to a gym or go down for a trainer. He was like, well, if you want my opinion, and you probably don't care, but I'm just going to tell you, I think you're going about it all wrong. And you need to start with a trainer, and you need to start working out properly, and you need to make the commitment to yourself. So I thought about it, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do all that. And he told me about this place called Fitness Together where they have kind of one-on-one coaches, or you can, you know, work out with other people, but it's never more than 4 people. So I have a workout appointment with them on Saturday to see how that goes. And maybe I'll start with that. It's a little pricey, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. So those are my goals. And since I'm talking about goals, I think I want to, I'm also going to talk about a vision statement that I made at the beginning of all of this. So one of the things that the weight management program with the OSU Medical Center, the program that I participated in prior to having my surgery, one of the things in kind of your initial consultation is to talk about where you see yourself, what you want to get out of this, and you know, creating a vision statement for yourself. So I thought I would put it on record and put what my health and wellness vision statement is. And of course, you know, as things progress, maybe I'll change it. But at the time, when I really first started this journey, this is the way that I felt. And this is the way I envisioned myself in the future. I am free of medication to control weight-related issues. I am preventing problems, including diabetes. I am active, strong, and fit. I look good and feel good. I can shop wherever I like and feel attractive. I am able to run or jog 5Ks. I feel confident and have learned how to express my emotions. I am not living my life on the sidelines. This is my personalized plan, and I am committed to taking steps towards meeting my health goals. I will ask for help as needed. So a couple of things about, you know, what I say in here. One of the things, I'm free of medication to control weight-related issues. One of the things that has concerned me in the up to this point has been, you know, am I going to be one of those people who's on tons of medication? I am borderline high blood pressure, so I take medication for that. My cholesterol had also started creeping up, so I hadn't gone on medication for that, but you know, it was coming. It terrifies me that I would have diabetes, because diabetes runs in my family. I have yet to have it, and I felt like, you know what, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So I felt like I had to do something to prevent that from happening. So that's what the whole medical medication and control issues and diabetes is about. You know, I've always wanted to be strong and fit and be able to run and jog, and I would see people running down the street, and I'm like, oh, I want that to be me. And one event that I participate every year is something called Relay for Life. It's for American Cancer Society Research, and the whole idea is that the idea of it is it's basically a walk that goes from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And the idea is that cancer never sleeps. And you have a team of people, and there's supposed to be somebody on the track at all times from your team. That's the idea of it. And I would see people, and I walk fine, I get around fine, but I would see people jogging, and I would be like, I want that to be me. And so it's usually in June. I don't think, that'll be me this year, but I absolutely expect that when I, do the event next year, I'm going to be the one running on that track. And then I talked a little bit about being confident and learning how to express my emotions. So one of the things for me is that I am not an open book. I am not comfortable with expressing myself. I think one of the things that this is helping me do is to kind of put myself out there and be open to possibilities and be a little bit vulnerable. And seeking out help when I need it, whether it be, in the community, whether it be through my medical program, whether it be through, a counselor, whatever the case may be, but not allowing my, my challenges that I've had in the past with, allowing myself to be open and allowing myself to ask for help, not allowing that to continue to, have an impact on my life and, prevent me from moving forward and stifling me. So that's what that is about. And then the last thing, I'm not living my life on the sidelines. I mean, that goes without saying. I feel like, I've allowed my weight to hold me back from a lot of things. I am an adventurous person, I feel like, at heart. But, I don't think that I have gotten as much out of my life as I could because I allow my weight to hold me back, either mentally or physically. So there you go. So, it's important to me. I go back and I revisit this, my vision statement every so often and determine, do I want to make some changes? But I think this is good for now. Let's see. Is there anything else that I wanted to talk about? I think that's it. Oh, the other thing is, I went back to work last week. So I ended up taking 5 weeks off and went back to work last week. And it's been fine, no issues. My meal planning and all that is working out just fine. My energy level is fine. One of the things that I told myself that I was going to commit to is making sure that I leave work at a reasonable hour. While I am better than I was before I went out on medical leave, I'm not where I need to be. So I'm still working on that. I'm still, trying to have a certain cutoff every night, and I've done fairly well with that, but I could do better. So I'm still going to focus on that because it's important for me to really get to a place where I have more work-life balance. I haven't really had any food issues, no problems with anything. It's funny, I did throw up. But the first time since surgery, and I don't know, it was my first day of work. I had taken like my vitamins and pills and whatnot for the morning, and right before I left the house, I just threw it all back up. So I don't know if it was just a little bit of nervousness about going back to work or what the case may be. But since then, I haven't had any issues. So, but nothing with food or anything. And that's kind of the gist of everything for the last couple of weeks. Obviously, I have amended my rule about the scale. I'm going to continue to focus on the non-scale victories the second half of the month, and then hopefully, I'm not going to say hopefully, definitely by the next time I check in 2 weeks from now, I will be able to report that I am actually doing some exercise. Next week, I have my 2-month post-op appointment with my surgeon. I'm sure things will be fine. I'm probably going to ask her about the speed of my weight loss. She's probably just going to say exercise more or something like that. I don't really know. But anyway, that's basically it. Bye.